Righty, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for being here this morning, this Sunday morning, the 9th day of April, 2017. My name is Matthew. This is MattTv, and it's live this morning here on Facebook. It's live and it is early. It's 6 o'clock here on the West Coast, White Rock, British Columbia to be exact. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning here on the West Coast, and you're probably scratching your head like, what is he doing? He's crazy. Wayne, Lori, how are you? Charlie? So thankful to have my faithful viewers in here. The reason I'm here this morning, the reason I'm here live this morning at 6 o'clock, I know it's 10 o'clock in the Atlantic provinces. I know some of you are maybe just getting ready to go to church, or you're just getting back from church, whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for being here. But getting back to why I'm doing this morning, so I'm just refreshing my page. Sitting down in front of the camera every night is addictive for me now. I love doing MattTv. It allows me to hello Anna, it allows me to communicate with people from all over North America. And I was unable to do that on Friday night. We had a powerful windstorm go through the south coast. I know there was even damage down into Oregon. Good morning, Lori. Some damage down into Oregon. So a powerful low pressure system moved through the south coast on Friday night. It really began Friday afternoon. The wind picked up. Gusty winds, 80, 90, 100 kilometers an hour being registered here in the lower mainland. So the reception Friday night, the wireless connection was not good. So I just postponed the show, which is why I'm here doing it now. So I've retweaked the show. Obviously, some of the news that I was going to use is now irrelevant. So I've picked up some news stories. So I am going to fulfill 60 minutes of MattTv here this morning on Facebook Live. Good morning, Andrew. I figured if I started at 6 o'clock in the morning here, 10 o'clock back for most of my viewers in the Atlantic provinces, or at least in the Eastern time zone, I figured I should be able to snag a few viewers this morning and have some fun. So yes, it is just after 6 o'clock here on the West Coast, and I'm doing MattTv live here on Facebook because that's how dedicated I am. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. My girls are still sleeping, obviously. But there's a few things I want to talk about in regards to my bus trip. You would think that I would be super, super excited to be getting on a bus and going to Boston, which I am. But I do so with hesitation. I am, and this family is watching what's going on in the States right now. It's not one of those deals for me where I fly in for a couple of days and fly home. I will actually be in the United States for 2 weeks. So some serious things to consider before crossing the state line. Anyway, we'll deal with that when we get there. Hello, Liz. So I want to get to the first segment of the show, and this is kind of weird for me being out here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Usually it's 6 o'clock at night, but because of the storm damage on Friday night, was unable to go live. So, and I want to talk about where the videos have gone from my Facebook page to where you can find them now. And I'll tell you the reasoning for that coming up in just a few minutes. Okay. So, yeah, we had some heavy rain here. We had heavy rain here on Friday morning. We had the windstorm that came in Friday night. And earlier last week, Toby LaFrance, I know a lot of you people know Toby LaFrance. He lives in the Edmundston area. Hi, Liz. I hope there's still a ton of snow for snowmobiling back there. I know you love snowmobiling, so I'd love to hear one of your crazy adventures. Hello, Tammy. So Toby LaFrance suggested that I give a quick weather forecast so that he wouldn't have to listen to the weather in the morning. So he wanted it super quick. No more snow? Oh, okay. Well, I hope you had a great season. I'm sure you did. I saw some of the pictures. I'm sure you had a blast ripping around on your sleds, for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate Toby LaFrance into my show every night, just really quick. And it's going to be a little segment called Toby's Edmundston Weather. Toby's Edmundston Weather. So for the Edmundston area today, sunny and 8 degrees. Here in BC, sunny and 11. So both sides of the country getting sunshine, 2 degrees warmer here on the West Coast. So that is your quick Toby's Edmundston weather. Sunny and 8 in Edmundston, sunny, and 11 here in White Rock. So that's for you, Toby. Moving right along. You know what? My energy level, it's 6 o'clock in the morning here. And I think my energy level is pretty much the same as it is if it was a 6 o'clock in the evening broadcast. I just have too much energy. I got to slow down. But it's nice and casual this morning. We are charging. Okay. Moving right along, the past 24, these are things that have happened. 16 forecast for the next couple days. That's all right. Well, it's spring, right? Spring is here. It's spring on the calendar. I should have cut my grass this weekend. I really should have cut my grass, but I did not. Anyway, moving right along. This is called By the Numbers. Not buy the numbers with money, but by the numbers. So I'm just going to give you some numbers and see if you can figure out what these numbers mean. And those that have been watching faithfully for weeks know that I'm going to Boston, should know what these numbers mean. 90, 60, 4, 30, 90. Does anyone know what those numbers mean in that order? 90, 60, 4, 30, and then another 90. That equals 272 hours. And here's what's happening in my world in those 272 hours. The first 90 hours, that's me and Kaya on a bus, leaving Vancouver on Tuesday afternoon at 1:30. 90 hours on a bus, 90 plus hours on a bus to Boston. I'll be able to spend 60 hours with my family in Boston during the Boston Marathon. We'll then spend 4 hours on a bus from Boston to New York. Spend 30 hours in New York. I'm going to spend a night in New York and then another 90 hours on a bus from New York back out to Vancouver, British Columbia. So 272 hours by the numbers. Woo! That's bus riding 101. This will be my third and fourth trip across the United States on a Greyhound bus. Hello, Twyla. Oh, I do want to mention right now that I'm going to jump ahead here because it's really important. Vimy Ridge, 100 Years On, is on right now. The CBC is carrying that coverage live for the next 4 hours. So you know where I will be. I'll be sitting on the couch after the show, probably with a lot of tears in my eyes as I watch this great ceremony. So again, Vimy Ridge, 100 Years On is the name of the program, and it is on right now on the CBC. You can see 4 hours of live coverage. So that's happening right now. So if you want to break away and go watch that, by all means. I can probably tell you right now the first hour or so will just be dignitaries just making their way into this ceremony. But do what you like. So like I was saying, I am definitely, Twyla, I'm going to have so much fun on the bus trip, and I'm glad you brought that up. When I first started MattTv, there are 44 trivia, true and false, just general knowledge questions of the United States, in particular the states that we're driving through, and some Canadian trivia. So I'm going to have some fun with passengers. I'm going to take MattTv on the road. All my lucky contestants will get this. This is beautiful stuff that Jen made. The MattTv pin. I watch MattTv. So I'll be handing those out on the road, and people will be getting those as well. But in regards to the bus trip, Jen and I had a serious conversation on Friday afternoon after I got home from work. The tickets are bought. The motel room in New York is paid for. But I am seriously watching the activities of the United States, the activities of Russia, of North Korea, of Syria. So there's a lot going on in the world, and a lot of people might say it's bad timing. But bad timing nonetheless. There are situations going on in the world, and I have to take that into consideration. I'm not going to go through life with my head in the sand and think that everything is okay in the world, because is not. So anyway, as of right now, Moon and I will be getting on a Greyhound bus Tuesday afternoon, 1:30, downtown Vancouver, Boston bound, baby. I'm really happy that I have a lot of viewers back east. I know, Lori, I believe you are in PEI. How can you get a MattTv pin? We are going to, well, I shouldn't say we. When I say we, I mean Jen. It is quite a process to make the pins. I think the first batch will be going back east with me. I may have anywhere between 9 and 15 pins. There are people. I will be giving pins to my mother, and she can make the connection with people back in Woodstock. There are people back home who are getting pins. So, but I'm just getting started, Lori. Just getting started. I have a T-shirt for Wayne, or his son, or his daughter. I don't know. Whoever can get into it, I guess. It's not a one-size-fits-all. But I'm so thankful that everyone is in here this morning. I hope everyone is enjoying their early hours of a Sunday here in April, the 9th day. I'm enjoying my cup of coffee. Might be one of those shirts, Wayne, that you just put in a glass case and hang it up on the wall and just go, wow. I don't know. Anyway, so this is going to be a new bit, and this is the one thing I like about MattTV, is all the ideas that I've written down on paper, napkins, made notes in my phone. I can bring all this to life now. I now have a platform where I can be creative. I mean, I've always been creative, but now I'm just kind of taking it to another level. So this is something that I'm going to start incorporating into the show. It's going to be called the Nightly Soundbite. So I found a soundbite. Everyone knows what a soundbite is. So I found a soundbite. So I'm just going to read a couple sentences that are relevant to perhaps what's going on in the world, and then I'll play the soundbite, and it will all make sense. And some of you may have already heard this. I put it up on my Facebook page this weekend because I just couldn't wait. But now that the show is here, I'm just going to move my mic for a second because I really want people to hear this. Sorry for the... So this is the new segment. It's going to be called, right now, tentatively, the Nightly Soundbite. So, this is how it's going to go. To all the evil leaders in the world, Jim Carrey and myself have something to say to you. Stop breaking the law, asshole! Pretty accurate, yes? You want to hear it again? Please! Stop breaking the law, asshole! And that's the Nightly Soundbite. Thank you, Jim Carrey. I love him so much. I love him so much. Good morning, Susan. Wow, you are up at the crack of dawn. You are up pre-crack of dawn. Anyway, I hope you people enjoyed that. That is... that's going to be called the Nightly Soundbite or the Daily Soundbite. I don't know. It was the morning soundbite. Anyway, hope you were able to hear that. I love Jim Carrey, and when I heard it, I was thinking, I need to use that somewhere. And again, it's something I'd written down probably a long time ago, and I've worked it into the show. Quick question. When you are getting ready to go on vacation, I know, Wayne, you do a lot of camping. You're always out into the woods. Ladies, when you are planning a trip with the girls to wherever, Vegas, Mexico, wherever you go, how much time do you give yourself to prepare everything? Like, I am leaving Tuesday. Yesterday, I started my to-do list. And here's another question. How long do you give yourself to get ready for a trip? And how do you prepare? And here's what I did yesterday. It was so simple. I took a blank piece of paper and a sharpened pencil. I'm going to leave you hanging right there. You're thinking, what did he do with that blank piece of paper and a sharpened pencil? Tell me if this is not the easiest thing to do when you're checking things off on your to-do list. For me, and I've done this on many different projects, especially when it comes to safety, you just start from your head and work your way down to your toes. So what do you need for your head? You need shampoo, conditioner, a comb, a blow dryer if you blow dry your hair. Then you move to your face cloth, Q-tips, toothpaste. Like you just work your way down and you write everything down. You break everything off. So you got your clothes and your toiletries. You know, make sure you got your tickets, your passport, your visa, your credit card, da-da-da-da-da. I'm just wondering how many other people... It's not... I don't think it's a case of being OCD. It's a case of being organized. Like I said, I just start from head to toe, checked a bunch of stuff off, got my luggage ready, got to clean my luggage up a little bit. It's been up in the attic in the garage here for quite a while. So, must take care of that. Woo. And I want to try something else this morning. If there is anyone out there who wants to call the show, you really serious? You wait that long, Laura? You wait till the very end? Are you one of those, one of the ladies who just flings it open and just chucking clothes in there? Wow, that's good on you. Well, you must be somewhat organized. You must just, open up the closet and just, take what you need. I remember once, many years ago, many years ago, I sure do. Me, Jen, and Kaya were heading back to New Brunswick. And I worked that day. We were catching the red eye. And the complex that we were living in had a common pool. So there were like 5 apartment buildings. Everything in the kitchen sink. There were like 5 apartment buildings, but we all shared a pool. Well, on my way home from work, my last day of work, I'm hopping on a plane, going home for a couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited. And this was back when I was still drinking. So this was a long time ago. Anyway, I didn't even make it into the apartment to change because I ran into some friends at the pool and had a couple drinks with them, and a couple drinks led to more drinks. And before I knew it, it was like 7 o'clock at night. I wasn't even nearly ready. Wasn't even nearly ready to go on a plane for 11 o'clock. Finally got in the house and Jen's like, "Where you been? Where you been?" So I had a nice buzz trying to pack. That was like one of the worst flights ever. I'll never forget flying into Toronto. Oh, but long time ago. I don't know how people fly. I don't know how people get drunk on a plane. I don't know. Alcohol is so far removed from my vocabulary which is why I can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and sit down here at 6 o'clock and do a live show. Yes. Phone calls. If there is anyone out there, I probably got distracted somewhere. Phone calls. If there is anyone out there who wants to give me a call, you can call me right now. If there's anything you want to say, if you want to say hi to someone, that is something that we are going to incorporate into the show when I get back from Boston. And some of you may know, or you may not know, that all my videos have been up on my Facebook page for over a month now. But what I did yesterday is I downloaded all those videos and uploaded them to my YouTube page. Because YouTube, the views there can generate money. That's not the... I guess there's more exposure on YouTube. MattTv will still do my live broadcast here on Facebook Live because I like this social site. So the shows will still continue on Facebook Live. They'll probably stay up on my Facebook page for maybe 48 hours, and then they will be moved to the YouTube page and deleted from my Facebook page. So if you miss a show and you want to see missed episodes of MattTv, you can just go to my YouTube page. And I was trying to figure that out yesterday. I was going to my own channel, and I wanted to copy and paste the link and put it on my Facebook page as a direction for people to go. But then I thought I couldn't wrap my head around if people would actually have access to my homepage, if they could make changes. So I got really paranoid and didn't do it. Hey, Michael, how are you? Yeah, Wayne. Well, yeah, you are. That's why I'm so looking forward to the next time getting home, doing some camping and doing some canoeing for sure. Anyway, phone calls. I'm just going to put up the phone number right now. So the show is being broadcast off of my iPhone, and the phone number that I'm going to give out is Jen's phone number. So again, if anyone wants to give me a call and have a discussion about anything that's going on in the world, like right now, in a few minutes, we're going to talk about spring flooding in Manitoba and how that has changed the route for asylum seekers. RCMP are protesting. We're going to talk about the FIFA World Cup, early cannibalism, and charity pays. So we're going to talk about all that stuff. We also have the product plug 1 week from tonight, which will be 1 week from today. Pretty easy where I'll be 1 week from today. A couple of stories we can pick from in the Dream Journal, Dream 18 or Dream 34. I also have my medic diary, and we did the sound bite, so I can cross that off. Phone calls. All done. So again, if an open invitation, if anyone wants to give me a call and have a quick chat just to say hi, instead of plunking away on the keys. For me, it's always better to hear someone in person, or not in person, but I love listening to someone's voice. It's good stuff. So it's now light out here, and we have light rain falling. I think they were calling for a chance of showers this morning, but mainly sunny skies and 11 degrees here this afternoon. So let's get into this. Will be fairly easy. I started a segment earlier this week called 1 week from tonight. And all I was asking viewers was to tell me where I would be 1 week from tonight. So can anyone tell me where I will be next week this time? I will be in the Eastern time zone. But where will I be? Where will I be next Sunday morning at 9:22 a.m.? Whew. It's going to be a beautiful day. To those drinking coffee. I was talking to Donica yesterday afternoon here on Facebook. Told her I was going to be on at 6. She's in Alberta. And I think Sarah. Hello, Austin. I think Sarah is in Alberta as well. So it's not even 7:30. They're an hour ahead of me. No, I will not be on a bus. Next week, exactly this time. Here's the thing, next Sunday, the race is Monday. Next Sunday at this time, I will be probably just getting up from my first sleep in a bed since Monday night. I have 2 more sleeps. I sleep tonight, Sunday night, in bed, Monday night in bed, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Greyhound bus. So there is no opportunity to lie down and sleep. So yes, next week at this time, I will be in a motel room outside of Boston, Massachusetts with my sister Jill, her kids, her husband, my parents, aunts and uncles, cousins, friends. I really don't know the number of people that are coming down from the Woodstock area. I know Randy Johnson will be there and a bunch of friends. So going to be a great weekend. 60 hours, family just kind of thrown together. Just bond, be there for Jill, be there for each other. But that being said, closely monitoring what is happening in the United States with Syria, Russia. There's a part of me that knows that we are driving into a hornet's nest. So there are things that I can live with and things that I literally cannot. If things were to escalate, and I'm just going to put this out here right now, if things were to escalate any farther or any further in the United States, I could live, I can live with the regret of not going but I cannot live with going for my own personal needs and putting myself in an unnecessary dangerous situation, and my daughter. So, lots to consider. I just hope that these grown men can just behave. So the phone number is out there again. Long distance, Canadian callers only, 604-202-5491. That number will be out there if you want to give me a shout. That is Jen's number. And the phone is right here in front of me. If you give me a call, I put you on speakerphone and the whole world can hear. We'll just have a quick call if you want. It's all good. Because trust me, I can talk for 60 minutes all by myself. But I would love to hear someone from back east. Okay, 1 week from tonight, I will be 1 week from today in a motel room outside Boston, Massachusetts. Now, my sister, Jill, runs the Boston Marathon is next Monday. And my mother informed me that because they run in waves, right? A few thousand people will probably start every, 15, 20 minutes? I don't know how long the intervals are. But Jill doesn't start her Boston Marathon race until after 11 o'clock, which is nice. So we get to get up Sunday morning, have some breakfast, get in. We will not be anywhere near the finish line, from what I understand. They do have a specific area that they go to where they've gone for numerous races. So we'll probably be at least 2 miles. We'll be at least 2 miles away from the finish line in Boston. But with the technology they have now, Jill will have a GPS device. So we'll have an app that will tell us exactly where Jill is along the route. And we'll be able to see her because I think we're all going to be color coordinated as far as shirts are concerned. So we'll be able to track Jill. She'll be able to see us. So when Jill is running by on her most amazing day, I get to give her a high five. And I go, that's my sister. Woo! Jeff Codwell. Holy moly. There's a name I haven't said in a long time. How are you, my friend? Like I said, I haven't. We had some good times, Jeff. Hope all is well in your slice of the world, wherever you may be. Whew. Okay, 26 minutes after 6 o'clock here on the West Coast, White Rock, British Columbia. The sun is up. We got light rain. We are expecting sunshine this afternoon. And I think in the Edmundston area, according to Toby's Edmundston weather, it's going to be sunny and 8 degrees in Edmundston today. That's my that's my weather voice. Okay, let's get into some stories. And again, the phone line is open, 604-202-5491. If you just want to call and say, hey, man, what's going on, brother? I'll say, hey, man, I'm all right, brother. Product plug. Anyone want to do the product plug before we get into the stories? I am actually I'm actually impressed that there's 5 people watching this show at 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday. Hey, Wayne, if you're still in here, give me one of these and I'll do the product plug because you have a very good chance of winning this morning because I don't think there's too many people paying attention. And I can't believe it's like I'm this spry and I'm this chipper at 6:29. What is wrong with me? It's not just the coffee. And I may have to step out for a coffee. I haven't decided that yet. I'd put up some music and let it play. Oh, hang on a sec here. Someone's calling me. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Wayne. Is this Wayne?
Yeah.
Hey, you're on MattTv. We're live here, Ben.
Right. It's lagging on my screen, so you hollered hey on the phone and it messed me up. So.
Oh, man, you know what? This makes the show that much better, Wayne. It really does. Like hearing people's voices just lets me know that that things are okay, right?
Hey, we're real now, eh?
We are real. You know what? You are. Jen was my first in-studio guest, and you are my first phone-in caller. And I'm not surprised.
Right.
I'm not surprised it's you.
Well, I figured I'd do this instead of the thumbs up across the screen and say, let's do that product.
Do you want to do the product plug right now?
Right on while I'm on here. That'd be
okay.
Cool.
I was running out of product, and because of because of the cancellation on Friday, I actually ate it. So this, I'm just going to show you. This is just. So I was actually scrambling through the house this morning, and I found this, and I had to unravel it and roll it out. So this is just the backside of it here. So this holds what type of candy?
Okay, now the screen's lagging too, so you'll have to give me a minute.
What's your service provider back there? What's everyone go with back there?
Line. I got fiber up, but man, is it ever lagging?
Wow. Okay. Well, you can see that, right?
Yeah, it looks like one of the Hershey Kisses wrappers or something.
Well, it's something like that. It is a wrapper. Here, let me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it to you. This is a Reese's. It was like a Reese's egg or something.
Oh, yeah, okay, like an Easter egg thing.
Yeah, but it was like half. They skimped out and they only did half an egg.
Oh, wow.
So what's new, man? What's happening?
Oh, same old Carleton County.
Are you?
I haven't been into the woods as much as usual, but I've been watching the ice go and getting kind of anxious for the fishing, so.
Someone posted a video yesterday. I want to say it was Sherman Patterson or.
Yes, out Redbridge. Yes.
So is the ice in the Meduxtic on its way out now, or?
It's on its way out clear through to the highway bridges out there on the twin bridges, and it's closed behind the college and the causeway there a little bit, but it's open under the town bridge halfway to the train bridge, so she should be flying through soon.
Have you ever? I've never in my life seen the ice go out. And it's weird because we lived in an area where we could have seen it every year, but I never did. My mother saw it one year. She said it was just like a wave going underneath the ice, and the ice was just buckling. She said the sound was amazing.
The sounds are amazing.
Yeah.
If you're close to the bank, the crunch and bangs. And she's pretty wild. I usually take the kids over Grafton Shore Road or somewhere and used to watch it. It was kind of a traditional thing.
Yeah.
Now that they're older, they're kind of bored by it. So.
It's Mother Nature at its fiercest.
Oh yeah, for sure. It just proves, and when you sit and watch it, how fierce it can be, and how fast. We were sitting one trip. We were over there watching. And we were sitting watching the ice go out, and then it stopped and started to dam up, and the level rose so fast we had to get out of there in a hurry.
Oh, wow.
So it just proves how quick it can change, too.
Well, look at it took out the train bridge up near Grafton, years ago.
Yeah, and they never bothered replacing that part because of that as well.
Did they? Is that still sitting at the bottom of the water?
I believe most of it must be. I don't think that anybody would have bothered going up to haul it out of there.
Could take
I
that.
loaded up by, and I don't remember seeing much. But
could load that in a truck and just think of the money of recycling.
Yeah, there you go. Sharp's right up the hill from there. You could just chuck it up there.
Just chain it to a loader and haul it right out of there.
Yeah. Launch it right up in their yard.
Do some underwater welding. Cut her right up.
I got a welder. I don't think it works underwater, though. I'd have to use a Ziploc bag, maybe.
Ziploc bag. That was many years ago. Good stuff, man. Well, listen, I'm going to
get that shout out to you. I got to head and pick up my daughter, anyways, so I won't be able to catch the rest of the show. But
well, you've just made the show by giving me a call, Wayne. That's I really appreciate that.
Cool, bro. Well, keep in touch and safe journeys, and we'll be watching the MattTv. Every time you're on, I get the notification. So
cool. Yeah, I'll be doing a live show tomorrow night. I think I'll probably be doing it from the ceiling because I'm going to be so jacked.
Okay.
But I might do one because I'm not working Tuesday, obviously, but I'll probably leave here about 10 o'clock Tuesday. But I may get up and do an early show Tuesday. I don't know.
Yeah, right on.
But you can.
I'll keep posted with you for sure.
Oh yeah, I'll be taking lots of videos and all kinds of stuff on the trip anyway. But thanks for calling in, Wayne. Have a good Sunday, my man.
All right, man. Take care.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was cool. That was awesome. Thanks, Wayne, for calling in. Jeff Codwell, you are in Ottawa. I am in White Rock, British Columbia. And I'm doing all kinds of stuff out here. I started this maybe just over a month ago. and I'm in my garage. Jeff, I'm in my garage. We are 5 blocks from the beach here in White Rock, British Columbia, in White Rock. That's our legal mailing address. A lot of people who live in Surrey will say they live in White Rock, but they don't. Dave Keenan, DMFK. What's going on, brother? Morning, Sarah. Keenan, you are you haven't slept. You worked all night. I don't know what your sleeping pattern is, but I'm so glad you're in here, man. You said you were going to make an appearance, and here you are. Sarah, I just got off the phone with Wayne Mason. I'm going to start something phone-ins once I get back from Boston, and the show is just going to take on a different element, I think, because I'm going to learn a lot more as I go. So I was just talking with Wayne Mason. So if the opportunity is there, if anyone wants to call in, but right now I see Kathy has joined the show, who is in Maine. Unfortunately, I can only take calls from Canadian viewers. Making Teddy some food, right on. Hey Jeff, if you're ever out in the BC area, the next time you're out west, man, give me a shout. There's so many people from Woodstock out here on the West Coast. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, I had a great chat with Wayne Mason. Called me this morning. He was my first phone-in live here on MattTv, Facebook. And the reason I'm doing it this morning is because I got too much energy, right? I woke up at 4:30 and I'm like, let's go do a live show. Sorry to hear that, Sarah. Safe travels and healing vibes going out to you and your family, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of Carleton County people in Vancouver, for sure. Positive vibes and healing thoughts for you, Sarah, and your family, indeed. But I mentioned this earlier in the program. MattTV will continue to be live. We'll do live shows on Facebook. But within 48 hours, if you miss the show live for whatever reason, and that's fine, and you can watch the show later, but if you want to watch the show later, I think the videos here on my Facebook page will be up for like 24 hours. And then they will be moved from my Facebook page to my YouTube channel, where they can possibly generate revenue. And that's generated revenue that you don't have to do anything, and I don't have to do anything. I just have to put up the videos, and you know how the ads work, and blah, blah, blah. Kathy, I appreciate those words. I miss you. I love you too. And the next time I'm home, I promise we will get together. Yeah, we've had some great times, Kathy. We've had some great times, and all those great times and all those memories right up here in my head. I may have a bad memory. No, I can't say that. And I can't say I have a selective memory. I remember all kinds of stuff, but it's the more recent things that I have trouble remembering. That makes any sense. DMFK. DMFK. I had a friend, Dave, who can't get enough of the poutine at your place. And if anyone here works for a business and they want to give their business a little shout out, and they have a web address, throw their web address up on the page right now. You know what I mean? Anyway, back to took some friends, went to a football game. I think it was last fall, BC Lions football game. I don't drink, but everyone that was with me was under the influence of alcohol. And walking from BC Place to where Dave Keenan works, it's not that far. Not that far. But to 6 guys that are inebriated, they might as well have been walking through uncharted mountains in the Himalayas. Not sidewalks. So anyway, grunting and groaning, complaining all the way to get poutine. Well, when they got there, they were really excited. But the guy that was the most excited for poutine, he got beer instead. Oh, alcohol. It makes people crazy. Yes, La Belle Patate, baby. Yep, 1215 Davie Street. Keenan he's what gives the place atmosphere. And the best poutine I have ever had. And I've only had the one kind. I always get the Donair poutine, but they do it right. I do it right. And anyone who's ever had a Greco Donair, woo, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I got to get to my stories. I got 20 minutes left in the show. And I have all kinds of stories that I want to talk about, but they are, I call them TOTs. T-O-T. TOTs. Touch on topics. So I'm briefly, good morning, Nick. I'm going to touch on topics. So I will tot in a few minutes. Yep. My coffee's getting cold. I was going to take a break. I'm going to read you a couple stories. These are my dreams. Just let me do a little reading for you right now. For those that don't know, and this is going back 24 years, I kept a dream journal. So when I was 20 years old, working at the radio station, I kept a dream journal. And I have 115 documented dreams, okay? And just a note, the names that you hear in the stories, the names that you hear are people that I was hanging out with at the time, and they worked their way into my dreams. I know that Dave Keenan is in these dreams somewhere. Kathy is in these dreams somewhere, for sure. This one is called, but I had to pre-screen them. This was a dream I had on July 1st, 1993. It's a scary one. Scary. I still, you know what? I don't have flying dreams as often as I used to, but I still have amazing dreams. And Liz, you're in so many of these dreams. You and Clay, it's ridiculous. There's one right here. Kathy's in a dream, partying in Mexico. This was a dream I had on July 1st. It's called Bigfoot on Connell. Yes. That's why I have to pre-screen the dreams, because what was going on in this mind when I was 20, 21, if I wrote it down, when in doubt, leave it out. Okay, Bigfoot on Connell. This was a dream I had on Canada Day, July 1st, 1994. Anna Hashey lived in an apartment on Connell Road. I remember going to visit her when I saw Bigfoot. We caught him and put him in a wooden coffin. We later lost that coffin. Ooh, scary. Short and to the point. Oh, here's another one. This is just a quick one. This is called I'm from Iraq. I'm from Iraq. How do you say Iraq or Iraq? I had a radio teacher told me it was pronounced Iraq. Iraq or Iraq. Either or. This one's called I'm from Iraq. Everybody in town of Woodstock believed I was from Iraq. The Bugle published an article about me, and the local police were trying to arrest me. When I proved them wrong, I was going to sue both the police and the Bugle. So, don't ever accuse me of being from Iraq, because I will sue you. I guess I could have sued him for maybe defamation, slander. I don't know. Anyway, that's a quick peek into my dreams from 24 years ago. Iraq. Earwax, Iraq. This is, for some of you that do or don't know, I was an EMR. I was an EMR for the oil and gas field up in the drilling rigs. My hair is all tied back here, Jeff. So I got it shaved on the sides, and I had it back in a man bun. I had it in a man bun, but no, it's in a ponytail now. I have to wear it back because when it comes down, I just look like I don't know. I look a little bit strange, a little bit put off. Yeah, same. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd had a ponytail back in the day too. But for those of you that don't know, I worked as an EMR in the oil and gas field for like a year and a half, going back into like to 2007, 2008, 2009. Came back for the Olympics. But while I was there, I kept a journal, a daily log of what I was doing. So I just want to go back in time to April 9th, 2009. So this was at the end of every day. I would just basically write down what happened in my day. No man buns. No. It's in a ponytail. My ponytail's like that long. Like my ponytail's on, touching the back of my neck. I've been growing this out for like, I don't know. But I have very thin hair. I don't know. Whatever that means. I have thin hair. I don't have thinning hair. I'll never go bald. Ever. I'll go bald on my own choice. I will shave it myself. But my grandfather still has a full head of hair. All my uncles have. Losing my hair it's not a Grant thing. Anyway. So here we are. This is going back to 2009, April 9th, 2009. 22:41, that's the time, military time. 22:41, and I'm watching The Love Guru. Myers has made better movies. Not much on for 900 some channels. I did watch the Canucks win another game this evening. They are now 2 points up on the Flames. This race will go down to the wire. Keeping with sports, I was watching a bit of the Angels-Oakland ball game last night. Found out today on the news that the Angels' young pitcher who started the game was killed last night in a traffic accident after the game. They replayed the game tonight. Very weird to see this young pitcher tonight knowing now that he is dead. Moving on, I got up at my usual time today, 12:30, had a bite to eat in the doghouse, then cleaned out the truck. I did some reading and watched CSI and hockey. Spoke briefly with Jen. Her and Moon are staying over at Nana's. Kaya has Friday and Monday off. I wonder if I get paid holiday pay for tomorrow. Next weekend I'm home. Yeah, baby. $22.50. So that's just that's what happened in my day on April 9th, 09. Wow. 8 years ago. Woo. See, I still have all that stuff. Yes, you did. Keenan, you can grow more hair on your face than I can on my entire body. That's saying something. Wow, I usually just gobble down coffee. I can't believe it's 12 minutes to 7 and I haven't touched on any of the stories. That's why I call it TOTS. Touch on topics, because all these topics, all the subjects I'm talking about, you can find online at your leisure. Don't depend on me. Don't depend on me. Anyone want to see my pins? These are my pins. Jen created everything except the card stock. She purchased that. The iWatch MattTv, all this that has all been block printing. So she's carving all of this stuff out and making, she's just so amazing. So I'll be taking those across the good old United States of America. Leafs are in the playoffs. I did not see the game. I heard about it. Just, Keenan, with the game last night, did they need to win to get into the playoffs? Or did they need to get 2 points? Or what was the whole scenario? The cup is what now? I'm like the guy from, what was that awful show that Tim Allen was in? Oh, it wasn't awful. I mean, it was on forever and ever, but Home Improvement. You know what the best improvement of that show would have been? Getting rid of Tim Allen. I'm kidding. What do I know? I'm not an executive. So they needed to win. So the Maple Leafs are in the playoffs since I was reading it briefly this morning. So we have 3 Canadian teams. We have Montreal, Edmonton, and Toronto in the playoffs. Yeah, go Canada. They're in now. Yeah, they're in now, yes. I saw highlights of the game. I knew they were in. I just didn't know the whole scenario. But last night I was listening, and I could hear Leaf Nation. Yeah, you didn't know where I was going with that. Didn't know. Habs. Okay, so we got a Habs fan. I was really hoping the Canucks could pull it out, but they were just too far out. They've been too far out for what, 3 months now? No way. Are you serious? How many Canadian teams? So are you telling me the only Canadian team that didn't get in is Vancouver? Please say yes. The only Canadian team that didn't get in. Did that. Product plug. We got the product plug. Wayne Mason got that. I want to say a big shout out to Wayne for a Nick. Wayne Mason, I threw a number out this morning because I'm going to start doing phone-ins. And Wayne was the first caller this morning. And unfortunately, I can only take Canadian calls right now. Winnipeg's not in. Seriously? Don't be jerking me around, Keenan. I want to know what's the only Canadian team? What are the Canadian teams that didn't get in? It seems like that list would be a lot easier to put up there. So Vancouver, Winnipeg didn't get in. Okay. Anyway, Nick, Wayne Mason called this morning. I was talking to him live on the air. He was my first phone-in caller. And unfortunately, I can't take American phone calls right now just because I don't have an American plan. That's something I'll work out when I get back from Boston, which is coming up real quick. Okay, so let's touch on topics. And the first topic I want to talk about is we were talking about Syrian refugees. Sorry, not Syrian refugees, but asylum seekers. And in a lot of places across Canada, it's the spring thaw. And streams and rivers and lakes that were once frozen are starting to thaw out. And that spring flooding, specifically in Manitoba, is changing the route of asylum seekers. So it's obviously changing the terrain and the route that these people have to get. Well, they have to go through. Just let me read a little bit here. All winter, would-be refugee claimants have been walking across snowy, wind-swept farmers' fields. But in the last week, warm weather has brought spring flooding to the nearby Red River and its tributaries. So the water level is rising, and it's cutting off all these access points for people to get into the United States. Hello, Holly. How are you? So that you can follow that story on the CBC.ca. And speaking of the CBC.ca or the CBC, right now, coverage began about 52 minutes ago on the program titled, let me find it here. Yeah, Vimy Ridge, 100 years now. That is on right now on the CBC. 4 hours of coverage that will go until 10 o'clock this morning, Pacific time, 2 o'clock in the Maritime provinces. So I will be checking that out here in a matter of minutes. But just quickly, spring flooding is here. If you live near rivers or lakes that have the tendency to rise, be prepared. Make sure you have phone numbers to the officials if you notice anything that needs to be brought to the public's attention. So good information to have. So spring flooding in Manitoba, changing the route for asylum seekers. So I just thought I would quickly talk about that, how Mother Nature has an effect on so many different people. I found this story interesting here with sports. I love this story because it is a story of unity. Yeah, no U.S. calls right now. We'll work on that, Nick. It's a story of unity, and it involves Canada, Mexico, and the United States. And they are making a joint bid for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So soccer fans are excited about this. Canadian Victor Montagliani has already earned his place at the World Soccer's Inner Circle. Let me see. Soccer officials from the three countries have scheduled a news conference for Monday. So tomorrow they'll be in New York to announce a joint bid for the 2026 World Cup, according to the source. Press releases from CONCACAF and the soccer governing bodies promised a historic announcement. So it looks like tomorrow in New York City, Canada, the U.S., and Mexico are going to get together, and they're going to make a pitch to host the 2026 World Cup. So that's big news for soccer fans and FIFA in general. Wow, 6 minutes away. 6 minutes away from the top of the hour, 5 minutes now. Keenan, you hit it right on the head. I'll be going into the house. I know Peter Mansbridge is covering this morning, and I know without a doubt I will be sitting on the couch with tears of sadness, tears of joy, tears of respect, if you can even cry for that, for the men and women who sacrificed their life so that we can do what I'm doing right now. We have freedom. We have freedom. And can never repay individuals enough for giving their life so that we can enjoy the life that we have in 2017. So let's always remember those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. I just want to quickly talk. I'm just touching on topics here. I'm just totting. Protesting. Have you ever been a part of a protest? And you can leave your comment now. Have you ever been a part of a protest? What's the most bizarre protest you've ever heard of? The most legitimate protest? I guess if you're protesting, you would believe that your cause is legitimate, would you not? Right now, the RCMP Yellow Stripe protest over pay discrepancies spreads among officers. And I just want to break down the pay scale, and this is the big reason why what's going on with this protest. So the salary scale for the RCMP entry level is just over $50,000. Now, the Vancouver Police Department officers, probationary constable, their starting wage is just over $68,000. So a big discrepancy. Years of service, after 3 years of service, Vancouver Police Department officers making almost $88,000. RCMP just over $82,000 after 3 years of service. So there is a discrepancy in numbers, which is why these RCMP officers are protesting, and how they're protesting. The yellow stripes on the officers' pants. They are covering up the yellow stripes with fluorescent duct tape. Doesn't matter. Could be yellow, could be pink. It doesn't really matter. The protest is to cover up the stripes. And these officers are facing disciplinary action. But that's a story that you can follow on the CBC as well. And the reason I go to the CBC, I'm 44. I've faithfully listened to the CBC, whether it's on the radio or TV, for many, many years. And they have never given me a reason to not trust the source. So a lot of my stories come from the CBC. Interesting stories that I find. Hopefully you find them interesting as well. Maybe we can all learn something, get on the same page, which is a theme I like to use on the show. Let's all get on the same page. But if there's something that you want to shed light on, by all means, let me know, and we can do it here. 420 protest. I don't understand those protests at all. Was at a 420 rally last year in Vancouver, and it was one of the most peaceful rallies you'll ever go to. Probably because everyone is high. Thanks, Liz. Yes. So if there's something that you want to say to me, Dave Bolster, how are you, my friend? If there's something you want to say to me, whatever it is, a show idea, and maybe it's a show idea that you want to keep secret, don't put it up on the link right now. Send me a private message, and we'll go from there. But I'm so stoked that I had so many viewers this morning. Again, I was up at, just let me explain, and if I go over a little bit, it's okay. It's my show. So you're the second lady who has knowingly put their age out there for everyone to see. So good on you for doing that. So your birthday is coming up on the 12th. Your birthday's coming up on the 12th. That is this Wednesday. Cool. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kathy. But yeah, so if there's any messages that you want to send me, by all means, you can send me a private message. It's all good. What was I going to say? I just want to close by saying it's approaching 7 o'clock here. Again, I appreciate the live views. I know there is, when I do the show at 6 o'clock at night, I know there's a 4-hour time difference. There's a 4-hour time difference 4.5 if you're in Newfoundland. So I appreciate the viewers because I know the majority of the audience is back east. So a lot of you are ending your day with me before you go to bed. And hopefully I can share some laughs with you as you end out your day. The 40s are the new 20s, indeed. So thank you so much for all the views. I certainly appreciate all the comments. This video, when I finish, will be uploaded on my own Facebook page where you can continue to leave comments. But what I have decided to do is after 24 hours, I will take this video and move it to my YouTube channel. So if you miss an episode or you want to see all the other shows from the last month, you can go to my YouTube channel and see all the shows there and leave comments there. The reason I have chosen to go to YouTube is I can monetize the videos. The work has already been done. The work is being done now by me doing the live show. Once I post it on my YouTube channel, you get the advertisements, and you can obviously skip the ads, but those ads that are placed in front of my videos will eventually generate money for me depending on the views. But that being said, the live shows will continue here on Facebook Live. I will be going live tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Pacific here on the West Coast. And then we'll have to see about Tuesday. I'm getting on a bus Tuesday afternoon at 1:30. So I may do another early show. I may do a show Tuesday morning, maybe 7 o'clock in the Atlantic provinces. A show for everyone in the Maritimes as you get ready for work. We can hang out for an hour before I get on a bus because I'm going to be so completely jacked. My to-do list is moving along. I got my luggage down. My passports are good. Tickets are good. So we're just kind of waiting. We're just waiting to see what's happening in the United States. And I still have a few viewers here. I'm going to wrap it up here real quick. But I just want to play one more thing for the viewers that maybe weren't here this morning. And I'm going to start a new segment in the program called Nightly Soundbite, or the Daily Soundbite. And I'm just going to take a soundbite and I'm going to work it into a relevant or topical situation. So this is how I'm going to end the show. We did the product plug. We had a phone call from Wayne Mason, which was so good to hear his voice. If there is anything, I will be doing MattTv from the bus. They do have a wireless connection in the bus, but I'm going to be taking videos. Like I said, I have, these are all trivia cards. So I will be befriending individuals, fellow passengers, and hoping to document my journey by interviewing different people on the bus. We live in interesting times. There's a lot of stuff going on in the United States right now. I don't think I could be going through the United States in a more interesting period in time. President Donald Trump is nearing his 100 days in office. He hasn't even reached that plateau yet, and he's already dropping bombs in Syria. So should be a mixed bag of emotions from Americans and whoever is traveling with me. So yes, I will be taking lots of video. MattTv is going on the road, and it'll be going on the road beginning Tuesday afternoon. So, for my little segment that I'm going to end the show, I'm just going to move the mic. Yeah, a lot of people don't have a favorable view of the president, but common sense will tell you that the road to peace cannot be safely traveled with bombing. Bombing does not lead to peace. Anyway, Wayne, I'm glad you're back in here. So I'm just going to move the mic, and this is how I'm going to close the show. We're 4 minutes past 7 o'clock, but that's okay. The show will be on my Facebook page for the next 24 hours, and then I will move it up to my YouTube channel. But I'm so grateful, so appreciative of the viewers that I've had here this morning, all the comments. So thankful that Wayne put himself out there and became my first phone-in. Good stuff. What else can I talk about? Okay, I'm just going to end it here. This is a message. This is a soundbite from the movie Liar, Liar. This is the super talented, the extremely funny Canadian Jim Carrey delivering one of the best lines in the movie. And this is for all the evil leaders. This is for all the evil leaders in the world. Please.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
And if you didn't hear it,
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
and that is your daily soundbite. Compliments of Jim Carrey in the movie Liar, Liar. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go in and I'm going to watch the Vimy Ridge 100 Years On. It's on right now. It's been on for the last hour or so. Did you like that, Keenan? Do you like that little soundbite? Yeah! Nailed it! I'm going to gobble down. I don't know if you can gobble down coffee, but it's cold, baby! Yeah! Anyway, I had a lot of fun this morning. This is something that I wanted to do because I couldn't do a show on Friday night. So everyone's up to speed. Everyone's up to speed here on this Sunday morning. Good stuff. Keenan, when I'm back from Boston, we will hang out. We will definitely hang out for sure. Nick, Wayne, Kathy, Liz, Dave Wakely, thank you so much for joining this morning. I really appreciate it. I really do. I had a lot of fun this morning. I'm just going to chill out the rest of the Sunday, continue with my to-do list, figure out what I need, and again, gauge what's going on in the United States. Watching quite carefully. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the views. Again, this video will stay up on my Facebook page for at least 24 hours, and then I'm going to move it to my YouTube page, which is kind of sad, because this is what I didn't realize. This is what I didn't realize yesterday, and I felt bad afterwards. This video here, when I click finish, a page comes up that gives me two options. I can either delete the video, or I can post it to my Facebook page, which is what I do. When I hit post, it immediately goes up as a recorded video. What I didn't know, I'm glad. It's being creative. You need an outlet. You need to find an outlet. What I didn't realize is I was downloading these videos on my laptop and then taking that file and uploading it to YouTube. And when I deleted the file, these videos are not saved in my phone. They are just a post. So when I deleted the post, I deleted the video. So all the comments are gone. So now when I look at my videos on YouTube and I only have 2 or 3 views, it makes me kind of sad. It makes me kind of sad. Because I know there were more views to those programs. But what I've said in previous broadcasts, it's not about the views. It's not about the views. It's about the conversations that we have back and forth. When we have engaging conversations back and forth and I see the comments, how many comments we have, I know that I am doing my job somewhat. I'm not just talking to myself and people are just joining and not saying anything. That would really make 60 minutes of MattTv brutally, brutally hard. So I need help from the audience to make the show smooth. So if you like what you see in here, share it with your friends, tell your friends. This is an open platform. If there's a person, if there's a story you want to shed light on, let me know. We have phone calls. I can take phone calls. I'm working on having an in-studio guest. Jen was my first guest here last week. We talked about her tinnitus. I have an individual who wants to come in and talk about the legalization of marijuana. So I definitely have the capacity to have guests, and this is only going to grow more legs and pick up speed and snowball and all the cliches that go along with that. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, that's only... But when I transport that file to YouTube, I'm basically just transporting that video. So all the comments that came with that video are gone. So all the comments that were left in all like the 18, 19 previous shows are completely gone now. So that's what I was sad about. I didn't realize that by deleting the post, my video was just gone off. It's gone off my Facebook page. But it is now on YouTube. So anyway. Again, I know I'm rambling. It's 10 after 7. I'm 10 minutes over. I feel like this is MattTv overtime. I will be live. I will be live tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Pacific. It's a Monday night, and I will do one final show. I may do one Tuesday. I'm undecided because I know I'm going to be so excited. I'll be just completely jacked tomorrow night. But a live show tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Pacific. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here this morning. It really made my morning. Everyone have a great Sunday. And yeah. Okay. Much love to everyone. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, MattTv, Facebook Live, 6 o'clock Pacific.